And good morning.
Good
Woo!
morning.
I am in
How's
that very
everyone?
training center that was just featured on our video. And
Nice.
welcome,
So you
guys.
did.
Good
So you
morning.
did
Welcome
make it
to
into the shop this
fall
morning.
and all that comes with it.
Nice. So you made the trip, Keith, into the
Yes,
shop.
I came down for a dark and stormy day. It's supposed to just absolutely rain and
Oh,
be miserable down here today and weather-wise. So
oh man, bummer.
it's the end of Fleet Week today for San Francisco. So yeah.
Nice. What is Fleet Week?
It's when all the Navy ships come in and they do a big thing. It's kind of like the Portland Rose Festival with
Oh,
the boats
okay.
coming in. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I
Nice.
shouldn't say boats; they're ships. I mean, I don't want to pick on
Yeah.
my Navy brethren or there or anything, but yeah.
Nice. How are you, Josh?
Doing good.
Good. Good.
Dude,
What's
you need to
happening
be in that chair.
I know, right?
I know. It looks more comfortable than it really is, though.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though. It reminds me of those office chairs that say you can cross your legs, like when you like to sit crisscross applesauce.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of. That's nice.
How's everybody's week?
Cool. Fair to medium. I don't really remember it a whole lot, to be honest. I've been on the last couple of weeks, I've been like full time in my shop and, like every day. And so it's been a little bit crazy. And I've just been doing coatings after coatings and the weather has changed. So that's been kind of crazy. It went from 85 to 40. And it's still dark. So I'm not used to this.
No,
it's
weird.
still dark. Yeah. So it's a little hard to get going. I forgot how hard Bead Maker and Coffee is to do in the winter.
Yeah, well, I experienced that last week. I think I was a little ahead of you on the darkness thing for sure, Sid. But yeah, it's just a different feel, I mean, not that every wall isn't in black in this room, but the windows are also dark, so it's just kind of totally different vibe. So
yeah, I do love a good hoodie season, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Love the hoodie season. Love it.
Yeah.
I just realized I don't mean to look at my phone, but I just realized that there was some issues yesterday when we were scheduling this. I don't have chat. Do you guys have chat?
I got chat. I got the chat up.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was gonna say I want to make
First
sure.
chatter is up.
Yeah.
And it's our good friend from Canada, Mr. Dewar. Now, I will have to say that Alex and I have discovered that we live in towns where we both have a favorite major junior hockey team, and we beat them last week. So.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's so weird. It doesn't say we're live, but it does look like we're live. So good. But that scares me. It always scares me scheduling these. They're very stressful. Is everything going to work out? But looks like we're good.
Well, there's been a lot of talk of hacking and et cetera in the world these days. So justifiably so.
Yeah.
Mr. Phillips chiming in. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Bob.
Good morning,
and Bob. Bob and Bob. Back-to-back Bobs. There we go.
Bob actually just texted me he was going to come up here. I'm like, dude, you got to wait an hour.
Yes, another week.
You can come up and sit in the chair. That'd be like the awkward guy in a chair in the background.
There you go.
Be a whole new thing for Bead Maker and Coffee.
That'd be fun.
Yes, it is evening in Guam, which means it's probably dark there too. Now that we're at the end of the day for them.
Yeah. Good morning, Thomas.
Morning,
I miss Thomas. I need to talk to Thomas more often. It's like one of my favorite people.
Such a sweet
guy. Yeah.
All right.
Good morning, John.
John, good morning.
And we got Aaron coming in. Aaron, I'm excited to see you next week. We'll be with him on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So I'm excited about that. Get out to Colorado, which is where Mr. Phillips just was for a grand opening. So lots of action in Colorado. Well, let's get to it a little bit. I'd love to say, how was your week? But it's kind of been a busy 2 weeks for all of us, kind of grinding away at what we do. So that means you two have actually been doing some detailing.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of grinding for sure.
I know. So what's our product for the last couple of weeks, you guys?
I'll start off. I'm going to go with intervention.
Yeah.
So we're doing my old pickup, and we're just about done with it. So we're at the wet sanding and finishing out the stage. And intervention's like kicking some serious butt.
Yeah. I've been seeing some people, I always talk about this, we test and try products and we love them and we like adopt them as our own, and then but we never really know how others are going to react. And it's been a really good reaction to intervention. So it's been kind of fun. The last couple of weeks, I've seen a lot of people talking about intervention online, and how great it is. And I obviously think it's great. But it's nice to see it get out there and for people to talk about it, and where we don't necessarily tell them what we think, but then they come back and say it's so great. So love it. Well, that's fun because my product of the week is therapy. Honestly, I don't know what we did without this. Like, Josh, I don't know if you guys have this, but like that thing pretty much gets you out of trouble no matter what.
Yep.
And actually this does lead into a story of what I did the last 2 weeks that I can't remember. But like anytime there's anything weird on the coding, for whatever reason, I've been doing a lot of BMWs lately. They must have had a sale at the dealership. So both of those BMW M4 competitions that I did, the ceramic laid down weird on the hood. Remember, Keith, you were here for the one.
Yeah,
it laid down weird just at the like front half of the hood. It just laid down weird. Like it was totally wiped off in time. And I wouldn't even call it a high spot. It just didn't lay down right. And it was the same spot on both cars. And so, I mean, literally just a little bit of therapy on a towel and totally fixed it. Then I did a coating on a Bronco Sport on Friday, and like accidentally left a little bit on the tail light. And then just if there's ever just like a spot that looks a little bit weird, you just polish it. I mean, it literally is like the greatest corrector. And then also if you have like plastic that just is a little bit like this one, I think had discoloration from like previous chemicals that were sprayed on it, polished it right out.
Yeah.
So like therapy gets me out of so many jams. And then here's the time over the last 2 weeks that I didn't have it was I went to Las Vegas last weekend and worked on a 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ. That car cost more than most of our houses. Not really, but it cost more than my first house I bought. And it was wrapped in matte PPF. So when I knew that I was going to go down there and do it, I thought, oh, cake. Like I just need some paint prep and a box of coating, right? Like no big deal. This is going to be easy. It was the hardest thing I ever did. Did not go on like I thought it would. That's not to say that Stout doesn't work on matte PPF. It absolutely works. But on this particular wrap, those doors are like twice the size of regular doors, right? And the problem, it was black, so matte PPF, and they had stretched the PPF in places. And so the PPF wasn't real even. And so it was absorbing the stout at different rates, which, you have like 10 seconds. And so it was initially a disaster. And I kind of freaked out. And then I was working in a detail shop. A guy came over and offered to help me. And basically what we had to do was I had to apply it. And he had to immediately chase me. And we just had to keep going down the side. We couldn't stop, so you couldn't apply it and leave a line and wipe it off. You had to like keep going. And so it was really crazy. We were both about dead by the time we were done. And it turned out 98% okay. There's one spot that's going to have to be polished with therapy when I go back. But that was the thing, was I forgot to take therapy. And if I would have just had therapy and been able to it would have been totally fine. And so I was kind of left to my own devices in Las Vegas, which was an interesting situation to be in. I couldn't find any therapy, couldn't find any rehab. I didn't really want to use rehab. But I tried some other products from other brands.
You can't go back. You can't.
No, I'm talking like screwed it up or just plain didn't work, was a nightmare to use. And so I really missed therapy at that point. I was like, oh my gosh, when you know that it's the perfect thing. And I could have kicked myself for not taking it with me. I should have known better. So that's my advice, is to always take a bottle of therapy with you everywhere, because it does get you out of a lot of jams. Like absolutely. So therapy by far Bradley Bradshaw. Morning to my favorite people.
Morning,
Hope you all
Bradley.
have a great week. Good morning. I hope you have a great week too.
Go with that story, Josh. I'm just gonna pull this up. I get the text from Sydney.
Oh no!
Anywhere in Vegas, and she goes, "Epic fail on our distributor network," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Great, got it. My fault."
Well, it's like somebody is not telling these folks how great this product is. I even called other detail shops, like people that are our friends.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And they were like, what? I was like, shoot. So yeah, therapy, absolutely amazing product. Never seen anything like it.
So as soon as we think we got it figured out, we got work to do. So
yeah, we got work to do.
All right. So if you're a detailer in Las Vegas and you haven't tried therapy, find something and text Sydney. So
I'm going to send every detailer in Las Vegas a Christmas gift. And be like,
that gives me an idea for our Christmas gift.
Yeah,
you guys out.
literally.
I have an idea.
Everybody needs therapy this year.
Yes.
No doubt.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Good morning, Chad.
You know what was great about today, though? It's Columbus Day, and my husband doesn't have to work.
Oh, nice.
So he went and got my coffee, so I got to sleep in for a little bit.
Keith, what was your favorite product of the week?
Yeah, Keith.
I got to be honest. I didn't really do anything with detailing except for one BMW and one. I did something else with you, Sid. What was the other car that we worked on? That you had
well, we did water spots, but I mean, you helped with a lot of parts of that. What'd you do? The wheels? Did you guys use my new wheel concoction?
I did. Well, Bob did, and Bob was doing the maintenance wash, not the
right.
No, I was impressed with that. No, but I guess the one I just always come back to is how good Reflect is.
Yeah.
I mean, I did all the windows on that car, and
yeah,
I mean, I'm not the most flexible guy anymore, and reaching in on windows and everything, it just makes life so much easier to have Reflect.
Yeah.
Reflect does. So.
That was kind of funny. So I had Keith, Bob, and Dave working in my shop. And it was just a maintenance wash, and how you all hear me talk about, like, don't do too much. Don't do what you're not getting paid for, right? Like, you can't do extra. And this was a great customer of mine, but I literally had to, like, Bob was trying to wash the wheels, and I'm like, no, that's where you stop. No barrel brush.
Don't use the barrel brush.
Left over here, I'm like, you got to leave a little bit. You got to leave one more. So funny. Yeah, so I was like, you can't wash the wheel perfect.
Right. Oh, that was her car, the lady's car. Yes.
Yeah. 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 That was so funny.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
That was great. You can't do too much. You got to do what she's paying for.
Okay. What's she paying for? Because we didn't get paid.
Right. Well, because you guys did the water spot removal, and I told her I wouldn't charge her for the water spot removal. Good morning, Chris Lee. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah.
All right. I put the scent bar up because we've got SEMA coming up, and I'm going to bring the scent bar back with me. So for anybody out there that didn't get to see this last year, it'll be back again this year. I think I'm going to have to remake my shot glasses, though. I don't think my shot glasses are with me.
They might be in the back closet here. I'll look.
Oh, yeah. Can you look? Yeah, I know I gave Ian one, but I do need my shot glasses.
Yeah. Did we add a fragrance to the lineup this year?
Yeah. I have it. Yeah.
Orange creamsicle.
Orange creamsicle. There we go. It'll smell like an ice cream shop all day long at the booth this year.
Yeah. And we've replaced the bottles that got stolen last year. So no stolen bottles this year.
Yeah. Well, hey, Chef Dylan, we'll send you some winter. We'll happily send you some winter. Because in about a month and a half, we're going to be on the show, and we're going to be going, God, is the winter ever going to end? So
I like this.
I love Alex. I'd sit in Josh's chair and just fold towels with a smile.
That is a good folding towel.
Yeah.
You kind of need a side table to put all the piles, but yeah, that is a good table or a good towel folding chair.
Either that or a laundry cart, something.
Mm-hmm. Knowing me, I would just throw them all in the chair and they'd sit there for a while.
Yeah, I got a couch to match it sitting right next to it. So.
Okay, cool.
Yes, he does. And I'll tell you what, the couch is even less comfortable than the chair. I've been on both. I mean, unless you're laying down on the couch watching a football game. But Yeah, this last weekend was not a good football weekend for me. I lost in my fantasy league.
I had a great
But it was all terrible. Mine was so terrible. I lost to the goats of the end zone, and it was like everybody loses to the goats of the end zone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, Andy still is saying the coffee is still perking here. Andy, you're ahead of me. I haven't even started making coffee in the training center yet. So.
Oh, no, and you didn't stop on the way? Oh, you weren't far enough away?
No, I stopped on the way.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't made coffee for our students.
Okay, good. Good. Too funny.
Good friend, former guest of the program, Mr. Buchanan is saying hello.
Oh, hi, Jamie.
Jamie's going to be at SEMA.
He is. I saw that. I actually spoke with Jamie about a week ago, and then he said he wasn't coming, and then I did see his post saying that he was looking at coming, so that's super exciting.
We need you there, Jamie. We just need some love, brother. It's been too long. All right, product of the week is also therapy. Totally saved my butt on a black repainted truck that I coated. Going to Valley PNS today. Yes.
Nice.
Pick up my first bottle of rehab and some pads for a coating on Wednesday.
You still have rehab?
It's going to be a life changer. You are going to go through cars so much more quickly with so much less effort. I'm not sure I'm going to make it through our car for today. I rented a Telluride, and I couldn't tell if it's charcoal or if it's black. It's metallic. But in the dark cavern that was the rental car center, in the dark, I could tell it's hammered. So, and of course, light out.
Tellurides clean up pretty good, though. I've had pretty good luck with Tellurides, honestly.
Well, it was an upgrade, so I don't know what that means, but that's what I got. So
3 rows.
Yes, you have to put 1 row down just to get your suitcase in the back. So.
Yeah.
All right, PNS triple threat Terminator carpet bomber finisher for the win. And product of the week for me, I had a hammered interior the other day with lots of stains. Came out stellar. Yep, you just can't go wrong with that. It is its own product. The 3 of them together are one product, and so. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? Good morning from Prescott, Arizona.
Good morning.
He's probably still got a little bit of summer left in him.
Yeah.
All right. Alex is saying having therapy in your carry-on is worth the secondary inspection with TSA.
Yeah.
Keep that thing on.
I know. I should have taken a little 4-ounce bottle or something. I just didn't think.
Yeah. Well, shampoo or therapy. Which one were you going to take, right?
I should have taken the therapy.
Yeah.
Because I never did get around to washing my hair. But, I went to the Wizard of Oz while I was there.
Yes, you did. How was that, Dorothy?
Oh, my gosh. So good. Worth it all. So good.
Yeah.
Worth it all. Do you guys see this little guy back here?
We have an Archie segment. He's going to start
Archie
stuff on the floor here in a minute, I can tell.
Doing his home inspection for the morning.
Yeah.
Everything where it's still.
Good morning, Corey Taylor. Yes, therapy has a great wipe off.
Yeah.
The recovery series is fantastic for its wipe off. Man, you couldn't ask for anything easier to remove.
I know. And you can't beat the smell. My gosh.
No.
Whatever just happened, you forget because it's so intoxicating. You forget whatever you were just upset about and freaking out about.
The smell of intervention. Does anybody else think it smells like buttered popcorn?
No.
You know what? I'll get back to you on that. I'll try some today.
I think it's still like it, but I can't figure out what it is, though. Yeah.
Well,
I cannot figure out what it is.
We're not going to ask Dave because he'll just show us a bottle with a Sharpie written number D on it or something. So
with like G9.
Right. All right. Good morning, Steve.
Morning, Steve.
See you, man. All right. Shout out to Mike and Coffee Runs.
Yes.
Heck yeah. Love it. Favorite day ever. Yeah. Archie, he's down there. You can't see him. He likes them too because then he gets an extra cup of whipped cream when Mike brings home coffee.
That is true. He does. He just goes right after it. Yeah. Treats and whipped cream for that guy. Good morning. Well, good afternoon,
Alan.
Medcraft.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hello, Alan.
We are covering the globe today. I think we should have the wide world of PNS with the old globe logo should be our entry thing, like the agony of defeat ABC one.
Yeah.
Morning, Juan. All right, Andy, what do we got? Expected longevity of one layer of Legend top with Defender an hour later.
I did a lot of Legend, and I'm sure Josh did too, but I saw, and quite honestly, this is a little bit of the reason why we moved away from it was we were seeing about 3 to 5 years. So it was ending up to be a little bit less. And I won't necessarily say that it was gone or anything. Like the coating was still on there, but the qualities that we wanted to see didn't go deep enough into the coating, if that makes sense. So like the protective layer was still there, but none of the show was still there after about 3 years or so was what I was kind of seeing. I still have some vehicles that come in though that I can tell it's still on there and it's, 6 years later. But just it, isn't doing the things that we want the customer to experience. And so that's why we kind of moved away from Legend and went with Stout. But Legend is still a very solid coating. I still have it on my Mini Cooper, and when I wash my Mini Cooper, it's great. Tristan has it on his car, and his car is great. So it's still a great coating, but I would treat it a little bit lower than the 5 years for sure. So I saw about 3 to 5 years, and that was right at the 3-year mark when we went, we better start either enhancing this or finding something different. So, but it's a great coating. And like I say, it's still there doing the protective layer, I'm sure, at 4 to 5 years. It's just all the show and the experience we want the customer to have is gone.
Yeah, I think the slickness on the paint, the feel of the slickness on the paint goes away. I will say, I mean, we put it on my truck, one of the very first classes we taught. And man, my hood still, I mean, it beads water. And my truck's lived outside basically the entire time. It's not an indoor truck. And it's held up fine it's, held up fine through regular washing. But yeah, the feel isn't there on the hand touch, but the performance is there and the protection's there. So
and I live in a little bit different environment than you. I live where we use salt on our streets. And so the salt just kind of, after a couple of years, it pretty well strips that lower third of the car for sure.
Yeah.
Not strips it, but just makes it not so desirable.
Yeah, it starts to deteriorate. It starts to affect it. I mean, we say they're chemically impervious, and most coatings really are. But over time, like anything, it does erode or braid off that surface. Just the friction of travel and everything else, and the grime that kicks up on it and everything. So
yeah.
All right. Loving rehab this morning, working on a 58 Fairline hardtop convertible, has serious oxidation. Nice.
Love that.
If you need a little more bite, you get some intervention in your back pocket. So there you go. All right. Do you guys sell a foam that you can put in your foam cannon so it makes it easier to ceramic coat the RVs?
So
I'm not sure what we're going for there.
Like, are we talking like a pre-foam to wash? Because normally in a foam cannon, you're talking about a wash process. Does it make it easier to ceramic coat the RV? Not necessarily. Do we have a spray ceramic that goes through a foam cannon? No. And even if we did, I would never tell a customer that you were ceramic coating their RV because even ceramic coatings, even when we take a 5-year ceramic and put it on an RV, it lasts about a year. So that is something that's super, super important, is that when we're talking years of longevity, it's always much, much shorter on an RV. So never quote 5 years on an RV. And so if you put something, some protective spray through a foam cannon, it's always going to be half or less longevity than it is on a typical clear coated car. So keep that in mind. So does it make it easier to ceramic coat? I mean, using something like Frostbite might clean the surface a little bit better, but you're still going to need to clay and polish to make sure that you do a good job. So I wouldn't say that any foam that we have or any foam at all in general is going to make an RV easier to ceramic.
Yeah, I mean, if you mean by is it cleaner and I mean obviously
it might be cleaner, but you're still gonna have to go through the same steps.
Yeah, I mean, and
Not
we
gonna
don't
cut out a
recommend
step.
that you coat a car unless you've done at least a primer polish type step somewhere in there. So somewhere you're gonna get out a tool and you're gonna you're gonna do a little work on that paint before you put a coating on it.
Yeah. Now I will say also in the last 2 weeks, I did get to use, so I've always been a big fan of the mid on a stick, right? But I finally got the Holy Clay head.
Did you?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I used that on an RV and I was like, where has this been all my life? That was amazing. So definitely, if this helps you, Knit on a Stick Pro with the Holy Clay head made claying that RV so great. So great.
Oh, now you got a new one I got to go try. Okay. Add that to the
drying towel
Yeah.
yet?
Yeah.
They do have they have the what's their dreadnought head. Yeah. It kind of goes on a little bit weird. It's not my favorite how it goes on. But now the Knit on a Stick Pro has the little things that you can use a regular drying towel and do that. I didn't try that, but I do have the head that goes over it. It's a little bit weird, but it works. I mean, it totally was fine to dry that RV. Yeah, so it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, I like the drying towel head for the Knit on a Stick. I haven't tried the new Pro, but I didn't have a problem with the material at all for drying.
Oh, no, the material was fine. It was just the way that it went on was a little bit awkward, but it works just fine.
Yeah. Well, yes, Josh does have a baller setup.
Yep.
Maybe next time on this one, I will do it from the lounge. I'll do it from the Sasquatch Lounge.
Yeah.
There you go.
And we'll all be in our shops. We'll do a battle of the network shops. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Jamie.
Jamie, we are super excited to see you at
I can't wait to hug that guy.
I know. I need me a Jamie hug. Come on.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yep. Speak about the fragrances.
Oh my God! If we get her started, we're not going to get her stopped. So here we go.
So I almost used this as my favorite product of the week as well, because I do really love the fragrances. So what I think is cool about the PNS fragrances is obviously there's fragrances everywhere. But what I love about this was we took the fragrances out of our products that everyone loves and used that exact same fragrance. So it's not just like some made up other fragrance. It's actually the same fragrance, just in a more natural delivery process, right? And so we took the top fragrances from products that everybody loved and brought them out and put them in. They don't come in these cute little bottles. You have to make those yourself during arts and crafts, but they come in a 16-ounce, highly, highly concentrated bottle. So one 16-ounce bottle makes roughly a gallon. You can dilute it more if you want. I actually dilute it quite a bit less. I do to a half a gallon. And then you can make little spray bottles. You can put it in 16-ounce spray bottles, whatever you'd like. But what's nice about them is you spray them, like the directions are to spray them on the carpet underneath the driver's seat, and then you close up the car for 20 minutes. So I often do this right before I'm doing my delivery wipe down.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about it, I have to be honest, I know there's a lot of customers out there that are like, I hate scents. Don't spray anything in my car. Don't use anything scented. And I use these a lot. And everybody opens the door and goes, this smells so good. Like, they're not offensive at all. They're not like that chemical smell, the super fake fragrance. They're like the real deal. And so I've just found I've never had one single customer be offended by the way our scents smell. No one's gotten a headache. Like, they're just different. Wouldn't you agree? Like, they're not like the typical fragrances. So I'm a big fan of them, and they're not overpowering at all.
No,
either.
not at all.
They just have like a nice light scent. So my favorites to use are coconut lime and the glacier. Those are the two I use a lot. I do like the mango because it smells like Bead Maker, but I mainly use that one in my own. In customers' cars, I use the coconut lime, the leather, or the glacier a lot.
I like the eucalyptus mint tea. I really do like that one as well.
I do like that one. Yeah, I do like that one. For some reason, I don't grab for it very often, but I do love it. Yeah.
I use strawberry lemon everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I like them in my shop because it's a little crazy up there. But that's why they're called essences, I think, more than they're called fragrances for us.
Yeah.
We really didn't want them to be perfumey. We wanted them to kind of be that hint of what is that when you kind of walk in the room or sit in the car. So
yeah, they do make great room sprays as well. So that's what I love about them is you buy one bottle and you're gonna have fragrance for a long time.
Yeah.
But I love them. We use them all the time. We even use them on shoes and they're great. They're awesome. Awesome.
Yep. So we got a question here, and I'm going to the the locator here so I can validate my statement.
Yeah.
Well, I know we have.
Do we ever have a distributor in Wisconsin? We actually have 2 in Wisconsin.
Motorhead.
So both out of the Green Bay, Wisconsin area. One of them is our good friend of the program and the team captain from last year, and that is Motorhead, which is Eric Rutledge. Who, congratulations, Eric, by the way.
I just got married. So cute.
Yeah.
And Robin.
All your friends got married last.
Yes. I think they got married the same day, didn't they?
They did, yes. So congratulations to Robin and +1, as we like to call him.
Yes.
Or Blaine, as his real name is.
Yeah. So exciting.
Yes, fall weddings are cool. My anniversary is tomorrow, 20 years. So, and Sydney's, yours is coming up during SEMA, right?
No, it was during Monterey.
Oh, it was during Monterey. That's right.
Yeah.
You're Monterey. Yeah.
Yep. We just passed it. Long time. Won't say it. Dates myself. Long time.
You were a teenage bride though, so there you go.
No, I was not. I was like 23.
Oh, you were so old.
I might have been 24. I don't know.
Oh, good morning. Hey, team. What's a good alternative to Blast? Asking for a friend. Orange Blast is a good alternative to Blast. So for those who have not been following, P&S has done some SKU revision the last couple of months, actually the last 6 months. And we've always had Blast and Orange Blast. They essentially do the same thing. They are an all-purpose GP cleaner. The Blast went away, and the Orange Blast is kind of its replacement. The other alternative would be either APC or probably EnviroClean for you, Alan. Given what I know you have on your side of the pond, I'm going to tell you EnviroClean.
Mm-hmm. I love EnviroClean.
Yeah, I used a bunch of it yesterday cleaning the walls in the shop.
Nice. Did you use a mitt on a stick?
I did not. I was on a ladder reaching real high.
Man, you should have used the mitt on a stick.
Didn't even think about it, honestly. I've got 3 of them here.
Yeah, I should have done that last year when I cleaned my shop. I was on, you guys have been in my shop. I was on a ladder with the vacuuming because I had the cobwebs and all that stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was probably at least 9 or 10 OSHA violations by itself. So gotta love that. All right, Corey Taylor, my daughter always comes in the garage to smell the different smells.
Yeah.
And that's not just the fragrances. That is the product itself.
Yeah, the products, using them, yeah.
Dave is a master of imbuing fragrance into our products. That's for sure. All right. So Mark says it's soggy in Phoenix. Not used to that weather. Feels like Oregon this weekend.
Yeah, I keep watching all of Lindsay Rose's stories, and I'm like, I cannot believe how much it's raining in Phoenix and in Vegas, too. I've seen lots of clips from Vegas this week that have just been crazy.
Yep.
So much rain.
All right. Do you guys know if or how much UV protection Stout offers? A lot.
A lot. I don't have like a number, scientific numbers. I saw this at some point, Christopher, when we were going through the testing and everything. I just know that it has a lot and it's super stable and it's, probably one of the highest ones out there. Lots of UV protection.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Bill, again, with the price list, this is perfect. It's pick on Keith's department today. Price list is done,
they can
Bill.
pin you down, Keith. You're right there.
We have it to Price Waterhouse for validation and secrecy check. The price list should come out today or tomorrow. So yeah, it's been a big project to overhaul and get done. So we're excited to see that be across the finish line. At what type of machine does that go on?
What were we last talking with Juan about? Now I forgot.
He was asking about
cannon, the foam cannon, and what to use before he coats or something, I think.
Yes. So frostbite, what will we put? How many ounces will we put in, or milliliters will we put in a 1,000 milliliter foam cannon bottle? We're about 4 to 1 on that.
Yeah.
I do exactly what I say to not do in my videos. I did those, I do all those dilution ratio videos. My guy this morning. Yeah, no, I'm probably like 4-to-1 ish. I mean, I put it in pretty heavy, but frostbite for me, I'm like, I want to be doing some work. Like if I'm out there using a foam cannon with frostbite.
Have you ever done it straight?
No.
It's pretty impressive.
Wow, crazy. Okay. I keep hearing about all these people doing breakbuster straight and stuff. It's crazy.
I'll tell you another one that's really impressive once the car's coated is using the Inspiration Radiance.
Radiance, yeah.
And we've done it straight, and it's like, woo!
Yeah. My favorite wash is still to foam with frostbite, rinse it off, foam with Radiance, contact wash, rinse. That's my favorite wash.
And the water just explodes off that.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. So crazy.
And it smells like grape ape the whole time. So it's
Yep. Love it.
All right. Josh is not the only reason for anyone to go to Iowa. But he's a hell of a good reason.
Yes. That's hilarious.
Well, come on, Alex. I'm waiting.
Yeah. I mean, dude, just, bust across the border. It's not that far to drive.
Yeah. Oh, how long do the fragrances last? Not long. But they were kind of designed to be this way.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to last, I don't know, depending on how strong you make them. Mm-hmm. For me, they last about 2 to 3 days. If you do them, diluted to a gallon or more, you might only get 24 to 48 hours. But for me, that's all I want. I want the customer to have a little bit of essence for a day or two. But they really, they're not meant to be long lasting. Any long lasting fragrance is going to have a lot of synthetic material in it. That is what is not good for us. It's not good for that stuff to hang around. All of those vent clip-ins and stuff, those all have really bad stuff in them to make them last. And so they're not going to last very long. Any spray is not going to last very long. But I actually love it for that. Also in my car, I find that it's easy to cycle through the different scents, and I love to do that. So I love that they only hang around for a couple days. But yeah, so just a couple days.
It's like the car you just walked out of the spa when you get in the car and drive away.
Right.
You don't want that in here for 4 months.
Right.
Because the other thing that can happen is a fragrance that lasts too long like that can sour a little bit in the car. And you're better off to just have it dissipate and take advantage of the 1 or 2 days of it.
Yeah.
All right. So with the price list adjustments, I want to have a 5 extravaganza this year. There's some products I've wanted us to make in 5-gallon pails. I will add this one. Mudbuster's been very popular for a long time in this way. People have wanted it in a 5. So
we need to do like a vote on social media. Like, what do you want to see in 5s?
Rags to riches.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So there's one. Frostbite's another one I get asked for in 5s all the time. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to throw it out. Beadmaker Lounge. We want your list of put them in the lounge. Tell us what product you'd like to have in a 5-gallon pail that we don't have. Mm-hmm. And then we'll put together the list and we'll do a survey poll in the lounge. So tell us what you want to see, and then we'll do a survey to see who wins.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So it's a 2-phase competition. All right. CME Shine. Replying to Juan, where in Wisconsin you can apply for a storefront and sell it from your shop. I didn't want to really go into the full sales pitch, but yeah, you can do that. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. Alex is like, all right, my dad sprays eucalyptus mint tea in his car almost daily. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Tristan uses them all the time. He does the daily thing, but he goes between eucalyptus and strawberry lemon and the glacier. It is funny that he goes strawberry lemon glacier because I'm like, those are so different. But
yeah, way different.
But that explains a lot, like a 17-year-old's mind. So daily, it makes sense because I'm always like, those are so different. I don't know how you go between the two, but
I'll take the 17-year-old's mind as opposed to the 17-year-old's gym clothes smell. So there.
Man, I had to clean out his football bag last night. Holy moly! I mean, you open it up, and it just about knocks you over.
Yeah.
I had to disinfect his helmet. No.
Dude, clean some stuff, dude. Just clean some stuff.
Right.
Start with yourself.
Well, and then they make those football bags like plastic lined.
Yeah.
So it all just sits in there and like
Everything in.
percolates and steams together. It's so disgusting.
But that's better than that fragrance getting into the car and everywhere else. So
I guess.
you know, it's
I
kind of like
just
a
I open
biohazard
it and spray a
container.
bunch of release, and then I walk away for like 20 minutes, and I go back with gloves on. And
You got to open it outside in the driveway and let it sit
Yeah.
for an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Express for the win. I cleaned my brother's interior on his F-150 work truck with black leather. Yeah, that would be the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Express never fails. I think I had one or two minivans back in the day that I had to actually rip out and ViroClean for the interior, but Express rarely fails.
Yeah. Well, it needs to do some work on my truck because it's a mess. So, all right. So, strawberry lemon is super popular with the ride share guys.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah. I can see that because it's a very uplifting, happy scent for their customers. And like I say, I think that's such a great use because it's not offensive, gross chemical smells, right? So everyone just walks in and you smell strawberries and lemons, literally. So I love that for ride share. That's such a great idea.
It is. And you know, in Guam, you can imagine it's an island location. So it kind of fits. So,
yeah. Cool.
All right, here's a great one. Tech question for the day. How do you strip off that built up tire shine from the car washes? Don't go to the car wash.
Undressed.
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 Yep, 100%. Couple scrubs with undressed, and then have them tell the car wash not to put tire dressing on again. Yeah, so I usually, when I need to strip them, I usually do a good coat of undressed. I let it sit for a minute or two, and then I scrub it with a stiff bristle. You know, I usually use the Detail Factory tire scrub brush. That's the exact type of bristle that you need. Scrub it all off, rinse it, and then I either go back with a second treatment of undressed, or usually Brake Buster for the second round is usually fine, but you definitely got to start with undressed. Otherwise, you're going to do about 4 rounds of Brake Buster.
Mm-hmm. And I'm too lazy to use a hand brush, so I get a 1.5 inch rotary brush and I stick it on DA and I scrub it.
You can do that too, or a drill brush. I've used a drill brush before when it's real bad. That's usually from the dealership. Is when you got to grab out the when you got to grab out that.
All right, here we go. No Sid, still haven't bought Rehab. I had the last cut I was using that ran out. After seeing how awesome therapy is, I'm going to finally get Rehab rather than reorder TLC.
Nice.
Well, you won't be disappointed.
No.
Yep.
No.
All right, Steve, the guy with the best logo in the business still. I love it. I just walked out of the garage to sniff intervention. Definitely get hints of
That's so weird. Now I'm gonna have to go smell it.
It's going to be the whole topic of conversation today.
Okay, so I see Dave's in the comments. So Dave, what is the scent of intervention? And I know that I know it, but it's not coming to the forefront. So I don't know what it is. I know we talked about it, but I don't know what it is. So Dave, come tell us what we should be looking for.
There we go.
Nice.
Amazing. It is. It's like you wouldn't think a wash and wax type product would be that slick, but it just is.
Awesome. And the scent.
I love it. I love it.
You got to read that one.
Okay, Andy says, I don't use fragrances. Just one more thing to carry mobily. My customers always love the smell of the Carpet Trio and Express leaves behind. Really? I've never noticed that the Carpet Trio leaves anything behind. My customers don't get to smell the Express because I use natural finish, so they smell natural finish.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, this is one of those things. I'm always, you guys know me, I'm like way too honest. Express, it's like cilantro. It's like a scientific thing that happens in your brain. People pick out different things. To me, Express does not smell good. I know that everybody out there loves it, and I'm so happy for that. But to me, Express does not smell good. And it's like one of those things that people talk about cilantro, like you either smell cilantro or you smell something really bad. It's like that for me. So I'm glad that your customers love it, and I'm glad that you love it, but it smells not good to me. I'm just one of those people, and I know it. I know it's not Express. It's me. Like it's not Express. It's me.
Express can be on that borderline edge of I mean, if it's kind of misted in the air, it's not bad. But if you get a towel full of it, it just seems a little strong to me. So
yeah, it's like the
I can
blue
see
dress,
that.
you know, that phenomenon. It's like, do you see blue or black or whatever it was, gold or what it was, that gold or blue?
Is it yellow or a blue dress? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. And so it's like, does Express smell good? Yes or no? And there's going to be people that are going to be like, love it. And then there's people that are like, no.
My old distributor, Mike Kleinmeyer, used to put a little mango scent in his Express.
I was just thinking about that, like, because, you know, I end up using Cockpit a lot because I love the eucalyptus mint tea. But I should try that. I should just add a little bit of different scent to it.
Yeah, it was so funny. I went to Mike Kleinmeyer's first year full time with PNS, and I walked in and I see his Express, and it's kind of pinkish orange, and I'm like, "Is there something wrong with your?" Oh no, I add mango to it. I'm like, "You do what?"
I'm gonna have to try that, or add maybe some strawberry lemon.
Yeah, I think the mango would do better than the strawberry lemon.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I can see how that might turn weird.
Light, and I think it would fight with the.
Yeah.
But, hey, we can experiment.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Try it out.
Well, hopefully we'll have you a good answer here in the next 24 hours. All right, fragrance success with help from my friends for sure. Yes, Dave, but you're not answering our questions about fragrance. Intentionally obtuse on that one. I love it.
He does want a swimming pool full of paint glass.
You know, the opening video was a swimming pool full of paint glass.
It was. Too bad we didn't have a Joey there that we could just
throw in.
Yeah.
Well,
would have been nice.
Do that.
We can do that.
Hello, Gabriel. We miss our Gabriel. It's been a little bit since I've seen him.
Yeah.
It's good to see you,
Buddy
man.
and Queenie. Josh, you must be Buddy.
He's my boy.
I love Gabriel.
Do you ever have situations where you still use a traditional clay bar? Hell to the yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
if
you
you've
have
got
to.
paint overspray, or you've got like that kind of a stuff. It's just not going to come off as well with a.
I mean, I probably only do it in my shop, which is obviously 4 cars a week. I probably only do it once or twice, maybe 3 times a year. So it's not very often, but man, when you need one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we use traditional clay on an everyday basis at my shop.
I bet you do, because you've got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just when you need one, you need one. It's kind of that kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So our friends at Glovebox tuning in. Fred, great to see you, man. Thanks for
joining. Fred.
Good morning, Fred. Hopefully we're going to see you at SEMA.
Yeah. Look at that, Alex. What's up, Fred? All right. Mark says, didn't have any luck with intervention until I had some pigtails I couldn't get out with my rehab. Put 2 drops on the surface directly, and 15 seconds later, gone. I said, okay, there's the difference, right?
Yeah.
He is right. Rehab does such a great amount of that.
It's sometimes hard, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we asked the same question. We're like, do we really need anything more than but as you've pointed out, Sid, there are just times where you got to have that extra level.
Yeah. And when you need it, when you need it, you pull it out, you go, oh, thank goodness, this just saved me a bunch of time over how many passes you have to do with rehab. So intervention's great. Really great.
All right. What's happening, Alex, Sid, Steve, Keith?
Well, we are here and ready to rumble.
We are, as my friend Jamie would say, we are ready to rhythm with the tism. So here we go.
Yes.
We've had our caffeine and we're ready to
Probably a little more accurate, yeah.
All right. Good friend of the program, Dan Baker. How are you, Dano?
Dano?
Yes.
It is Canadian Thanksgiving. It's a month ahead.
That's
right.
Yeah. It was it Saturday or Alex celebrated Canadian Thanksgiving on Saturday. So I don't know what day it was, but I know he celebrated it, and I got full pictures of the spread, and it just made me like, can we just do Thanksgiving? Or Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday, by the way. I really love all Thanksgiving food, and I can't wait. So I got to kind of like look at everything on his table, and I was so excited.
Well, think of it this way. It was a good chance for you to get good ideas and then build your menu.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and they were funny because they ate dessert and then they made homemade salsa. I was like, well, that kind of threw me for a loop, but it looked fun.
Whoa, that's crossing a lot of borders and a lot of language. Yeah,
yeah, a lot of borders.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. Hey, Fred from Steve. Look at this. Everybody knows Fred. That's awesome.
Yes.
Fred will be at SEMA. Nice.
Yes.
Nice. What's our booth? 5017?
Yep. 5017.
Come see us, Fred.
Should we let everybody know about the party on Tuesday night?
We probably should do that.
Okay, it's not a party. I don't want to be like a college student here. It's not a party. It's a happy hour.
We're throwing an intergalactic kegger.
We have a happy hour from 4 to 5 p.m. on Tuesday, which is the first day of SEMA, in the ATG booth, which is 50127. And if you don't pre-register, maybe check in with one of us and we'll get you the link to pre-register. The only thing that just helps us know who to expect. You don't have to do it, but it just helps us. So we love it if you do. But yeah, should be a good time. So
yeah, we're just trying to get a head count. So we
stop by and see us for sure. Yeah.
Yep. And then as soon as our party's over, you go upstairs to the IDA meeting.
Yep.
Which is Tuesday night in the West Hall as well, right, Josh?
And the first 200 people get a free T-shirt.
Oh my gosh. Is that the T-shirt that was online? That was really cool.
Yours truly made that one.
I knew it. It had your stamp all over it. I loved it.
The director of swag has struck again.
Yeah, like I've never been like, oh, I need an IDA T-shirt, but I saw that and was like, that's actually a really cool T-shirt. I want one for sure.
Well, I was cleaning out my closet this last weekend, and all my IDA shirts are way too big. So I guess you need to show up and get a new IDA shirt. So
no, it's awesome. It looks so good. I want one. So everybody, first 200 up to the IDA,
right?
Free T-shirt.
I'm going to send my avatar and Josh, and he's going to get me one.
Yeah, I got you covered.
Because I do have hosting duties.
You can make it. Yeah. You can make it. Our party ends at 5.
6.
5. I was told. The invitation says 5. I put 5.
Okay, so there we go. All right, so traditional clay bar guy here. Andy, you're not on the wrong track, my friend. But what I will tell you is, on those cars that are in really good shape or relatively new and well cared for or coated, the way to go is a synthetic clay. It's so much faster. You do it in the wash process. It's just a lot easier. But again, depends what you're doing. So totally.
Yeah.
And you're in the valley, so you've got all that farm dust and everything that embeds in the cars. I can certainly see you wanting to use a clay bar. So.
Nice.
Yep. All right, here we go. Sorry to say, no cars at SEMA this year. It's Autorama this year. I'm going to miss y'all. Oh
man.
Well,
we'll miss you, Mark.
But hey, cool, man! Congratulations on the cars at Autorama. That's cool. Yep. Today's actual Thanksgiving.
Okay. Well, do you guys get the day off, Alex?
And what is today in America?
Columbus Day.
Yeah.
Columbus Day. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I got my coffee and I got
the only reason I remember it's Columbus Day is in Portland, like 50 years ago or 40 years ago, they had a huge storm that just wrecked the joint. So it was called the Columbus Day storm. It's the only way I remember that this is that time of year. All right. Party at Sydney's house?
Yeah.
That was last week. We were there.
Yeah.
Or a week before. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's been almost 2 weeks, Sid. Wow.
I make good party food. I throw a good party.
She does.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. You always want me in charge of making the Jell-O shots because I don't drink, so I don't know anything about like ratios. So you always want me making the Jell-O shots. I'm always the hit of parties because I bring the Jell-O shots.
It should be obvious by her glug method with chemicals. I can only imagine what she does with legal addictive stimulant or depressants like alcohol. So
I'm like, no, it's just straight Captain Morgan.
Might as well just drink it straight. Can you really turn alcohol into Jell-O without any Jell-O?
Yep. Oh man, Andy, no SEMA for me. October is my month to be like a squirrel gathering nuts for winter. I feel you.
Yep. Bob is saying 6.
So Bob, we'll talk about this, but Brandon had me change everything to 5. So that invitation's scheduled to go out. So we're gonna have to figure this out if it's 4 to 6 or 4 to 5. But
we need a last minute edit.
Brandon had me. Well, yeah, because now everything says 5. So we'll chat about that.
All right. So Dano asked a very good question, and Sydney has a connection to this.
Oh.
My espresso is a hazelnut latte because
Right.
I live in the land of the hazelnut in Oregon.
Right. They didn't write on my cup
He has
today,
family
but
that runs a hazelnut farm.
yes, I do have a family that runs a hazelnut farm. So here's the deal. I only drink one pumpkin spice a year, and I actually burned that already like a month ago when the very first day it came out. But I can't do the pumpkin very much. I can do the pumpkin chai from Starbucks. That's pretty good. But this is actually so Alex Dewar was actually in Boise with Joey.
Is your
and
Canadian coffee?
Alex always brings me maple spice cookies when he comes over from Canada. And so we walked into Mocha Moose when he was here, and they had all their fall drinks. And they had maple spice.
Oh.
Maple spice. Keith, you've had the maple spice. So now I do the maple spice white mocha, not pumpkin spice. And if you don't know what that is, if you ever see it on a menu, try it. It's so good. So maple spice is my drink right now.
So I will say that I'm not a big fan of adding the white chocolate. It's a little too much.
Yeah, and I like to be too much.
Yes. So I just did the maple spice latte, and it was fantastic. But my kind of go-to the last year has been the hazelnut with the blonde espresso. So
I do love that. And I'm not a fan of Starbucks, but yeah, that one's pretty good. Have you tried the pecan with white or with blonde espresso?
Yeah, but again, it's the same thing. It's like at that point, I'm just like, okay, hold on, I'm crossing into the SBG zone, and I can't.
Oh, yeah. See, I like to just straight vein it, whatever you call it. I like.
I know you mainline it. I do. Yeah. I usually do that with bourbon, so it's different.
No, but I do like the hazelnut. Yeah. Well, Bob, I wouldn't say that I know more than you. I would just say that there's a lot of opinions, and so we just have. So what Brandon told me was that he felt like we couldn't stay on the show floor since it was closed. Because it's technically closed. So he was like, I don't think we can keep people on the show floor. So we'll just verify. As long as I have it down for sure before the invitation goes out, that's all that matters. But
we know this. We do know one absolute thing. It starts at
4 o'clock.
Show up at 4. Be there at 4 and you don't have a problem.
Yeah. Be there before 5, you'll hit it.
May or may not be there, maybe sweeping the rug. Who knows what we're going to be doing. But at 4, party's on.
Yep. Be there at 4. That's when the drinks are.
That's when the bar.
When the bar's open.
Fired up. Yep. We'll get the full system going.
Yes, Fred, send me a message and I will get you the link to register. Absolutely.
Yes, we would love to have you guys there. Bring the team, Fred.
For sure. Yep. Yes, you can. Oh, right. You haven't met Dewar. It's so funny when like people are friends for so long, but maybe they haven't met in person. So Alex Dewar will be at SEMA.
Yeah.
So exciting. I can't wait for everybody to meet him. He's just as great in person as he is online. Love Dewar.
Yes.
Definitely. He's a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Dewar.
Yes, Bob, it will be the Power Hour Party. That's what we should have named it, was the Power Hour Party. It's a good one.
Not too late.
It's not too late. I have about a couple hours before that thing goes out. So yeah, love it.
All right, here we go. The good thing about Europe, workday, it's over and it's wine o'clock. The morning coffee is a long time ago.
Nice. I love it. I love the idea that the UK people can pop in with wine.
Yeah.
That's great.
There's nothing wrong with having a glass of wine during a webinar, unless you're leading it.
And the better part means that in 7 hours, we get to start drinking wine. Do you guys count down? Well, I don't drink, but I count down the hours for coffee. Like about 6 o'clock at night, I'll be like, okay, so it's only like, 13 hours till I get, and I literally like dream of waking up and getting my coffee again.
Yeah, Bob and I will drink coffee till about 5 minutes before we walk out the door to go to dinner. So that's
right. Yeah. Sometimes I have it after dinner. Okay. So 3-step wash using Crystal Wash, Frostbite, and Radiance. Where would you fit in the clay? That is, I love that, by the way. Absolutely love that. So you could do the clay towel with the Frostbite if you wanted. I would not do it with Radiance. You could do the Frostbite, but honestly, I split these into 2 services. So Crystal Wash, Frostbite, Radiance is like I want the car to look and feel like it was just coated again. It's kind of a maintenance wash. Like that's really more of my maintenance wash, like bougie maintenance wash. The clay towel, I'm usually only on Wash Clay Steel. Usually only use it with Bead Maker. So I don't typically do those 2 things together. If you really wanted to, I would do it using the Frostbite as your lubricant.
Yeah. I guess the thing is the Crystal Wash kind of takes
it kind of is doing a lot of your
it's doing a lot of your decon.
Yeah, so if you're just doing a wash, I would just stick with Crystal Wash, Frostbite, Radiance. That's exactly what I do. But if you had to, do it with the Frostbite. But I would split those 2 services, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Radiance is like it's like the upgraded wash.
It is. Yeah.
You know, it's like the bougie. You're going, you know, it's like when a woman does a face mask before she goes out. It's like you're being extra bougie. Oh, Alex, we're making him blush. That's cute. You just like us some Alex Stewart. Yeah.
All
right. Andy said Bob Phillips was on a coding job collab with Tyler of Showtime out of Oakdale. When asked what he brought for polishing, he got out Full Throttle and perfect orange pads. Yeah, it was probably a while ago, I'm guessing.
So Full Throttle was my rehab before rehab.
Yeah, Full Throttle is what Josh and I both used as you know, our single step polish before rehab. And that's honestly like was our feedback to Dave when we were creating it, is like, we like Full Throttle, we like these things about it, you know, and he didn't start with Full Throttle, by the way, but that was kind of our inspiration of, you know, this product could be you know, a lot better if it did this, and this, and then Dave, you know, made rehab ground up. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that orange pad, especially in the Center Perfect one, was just some wicked good foam. So we haven't sold Center Perfect in a while though. So that had to have been at least 5, 6, 7 years ago. Yeah. Maybe more, maybe longer than that. That might be pre-SPG here at PNS. All right. Once he tried therapy, he was convinced he needed to try rehab.
Nice. Good.
Good morning.
Well, Andy used rehab with us. Remember, he had to. Andy, when you were in training, remember we pulled you in and we had to have you help us repolish the student's entire car. We were using rehab.
Yeah.
We had to bust it out in like 20-minute lunchtime so that they didn't know we did it. Josh, we had this class and it was like the car was so bad, and it was not the student's problem, but the car was so bad. And so when they were on their tour, we had to pull Andy, because we knew he had been on the tour before. We had to pull Andy and go, get in here and help us completely redo this car, because we didn't want the students to know. It was so funny.
He's like, stretch the tour, stretch.
Yeah, yeah. And he was like, am I in trouble? We're like, no, we just know you know what you're doing. Like, let's do it. It was so funny. Hi, Scott. Good morning.
Are you coming to see me, Scott? We want to see you. Let us know.
He's pretty far away, but we'll see if he can come. All right, so this is a good question. Blue Line says, what is the best dilution ratio for optimum no rinse and natural shine for a less shiny finish on interior surfaces, but allow it to have some cleaning capability too? Josh, what's your answer?
I don't use optimum no rinse. It's going to sound weird. I've never in my life used it. I have never used O&R.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Okay. Nope. But what would you use instead?
Absolute.
Well, yes.
So,
yes, you could use Absolute and Natural Finish. And this is where it was born.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was mixing Absolute and Natural Finish together. I actually think I was using Full Send, but I was mixing the two. And it was great. And I made a bottle for Dave. And this is where Swift was born. So you can mix it yourself. I do think it becomes a little unstable, though. I'm not going to lie. So if you do mix it, mix very small batches, like 4 ounces. But Dave perfected the ratios in Swift. So, and that's not saying that Swift is a no rinse. That's not what he started with. It just sparked his, with the polymers and stuff on how to get it to not break down the silicones in the natural finish. So you can mix small batches because they do break down because they're not chemically stable together. Or you could just use Swift.
Yeah, I was going to say, or you can just throw all that to the side and just grab a bottle of Swift.
Yeah, and I will say, since Swift has come out, I've never mixed my own again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is it weird I've never used O&R?
A little bit. I mean,
well, I didn't buy the rinseless
thing. When you started with rinseless wash. So I started rinseless wash in 2013 because I had to, right? I was outside in Idaho. I couldn't use a hose during the winter. I tried it one winter and I'm surprised I survived. And so I've been using rinseless wash for a really long time. So I was on Optimum no rinse for about 3-4 years before, actually probably 5 or 6. I mean, until Absolute came out, I was O&R 100%. I do think Absolute's a lot better, but still O&R is totally a solid product. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I know they've changed multiple versions. I've never used any besides version 1. So even through all the version changes, I've never tested it, but I just listened to all the other comments that others say.
Yep.
Sounds like people really liked version 5. But I still think it's an absolutely solid product. I don't use it anymore because of Absolute. But I do know 100% that when you mix rinseless wash and a dressing, it is not stable for very long. I do know that for sure.
Well, yeah, because the cleaner will basically break
it starts to break it down.
Cleaner is going to break down a dressing.
The polymers attached to it, and they break it down just like they do dirt. So yeah.
Yep. Arts and Crafts. Sydney makes Jello shots at SEMA.
Heck yeah!
Ed, you better bring one of those proportioner things that I think you guys have had in boxes. Because obviously Sid has no idea about alcohol proportions. So,
but who needs to know?
Well, the bartender probably does. It's a legal thing.
Wait a minute, Andy. Bob was using Full Throttle 2 weeks ago
with a center perfect pad.
No.
Where did you get these artifacts from the archive? I want to know.
Yeah,
where were you? I want details.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I've got some Full Throttle here in the training center.
Well, I got some Full Throttle at home too, but I mean, I don't have a center perfect pad anymore. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is maybe a byproduct of the fact that he's been cleaning out the warehouse for several months.
No, now it makes sense. He was he was at Cookies. Okay, gotcha. I know exactly where that's going. Okay. I have to be here to take care of my wife, so SEMA not in the cards. Totally get it, Scott.
Yep.
We will miss you.
Yep.
All right. Well, using glass cleaner over time, strip glass coatings. Reflect is good, but as it's used regularly, it builds layers and gets a little trickier to get some streak free.
So one, I don't use Reflect regularly, so I only use it about, I don't know, once a month, once every other month. Because of that, it will build on itself. So switch to TrueView every couple times. TrueView, I mean, it's probably not going to strip it, but maybe something like Paint Prep might knock it down a little bit so that you could use Reflect again. But it won't necessarily strip it. But I would just not use it every time. I use TrueView in between.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, yes, TrueView used over time on a glass protective product like Reflect will break it down. I don't think you're going to see glass polish or glass coatings like View get removed by glass cleaner. Mm-hmm. If anything, what would remove the View would actually be the rubbing with the towel more than it would be the chemical.
Yeah, totally.
But
again, you could also use the clay towel. You could also use a Reset clay towel. That would definitely knock it down. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, yeah, I thought I was in trouble for asking Dave if High Tone Glaze was the Wax Shop Super Glaze.
He means at the training. I do remember when he asked that. Yeah. Will Absolute be better to mix with natural finish? I'm still going to say better than O&R, but still not a good process. I don't want to advise you to do that because, like I said, it's going to break it down over time. So if you don't use it all within a week or two, it's not going to be any good, and you're not going to like the finish of it. So while I'm going to say yes, it would be better, it's still not a great plan. I would try out Swift, honestly. All right, Andy, yes, used rehab at training. That's why I'm picking up rehab rather than reordering TLC. Well, wise decision. Love it.
Yep. And look, not knocking TLC, it was a great product.
Oh yeah.
No. You know, and I totally get not chucking it to the side because you have some left over.
Right.
You know, products are not cheap these days, so good choice.
Yeah, no, Last Cut is great. I love Jace, but rehab, the wipe off and the no dusting is.
Yep.
Nobody's got time for that.
I've never had this problem.
Okay, so just trying to get less streakier or shiny finish for interior. Even after the final wipe down with natural finish, it can rub off clothing or arm. I've never had that happen.
Me neither.
That's really interesting. So what you could do, and you can try this if you don't want to try Swift, is try diluting your natural finish.
Mm-hmm.
Try diluting your natural finish. I would go less at first, like I would do, you know, a couple ounces of water, shake it real well. Use distilled water though, and see how you like that. But I don't have that problem. Now I think it probably depends on the area we live in. Here in Idaho, everything's dry, so it always takes natural finish. The only two cars I've ever had a problem with is Escalade on the door panels. It's some weird plastic that doesn't like to take natural finish, and then mostly EVs. So EV, the vegan leather, does not handle that stuff well. So actually my EV mix is Swift diluted 50-50 is my EV mix. So try Swift if that, but you can also, if you don't want to use natural, if you want to use natural finish, just try diluting it with a little bit of water.
Yeah, I do it basically maybe
like
25% water to 75% natural finish. So in a 32-ounce bottle, that basically means you're going to use about 6 to 8 ounces of water with 24 ounces of product. So, because really natural finish is pretty low sheen. So
yeah. Have you tried? So Blue Line, have you tried Swift? I mean, I like Swift because then you get the cleaning ability. So
right, and you're kind of in and out in one step, which also will help you with your.
And it goes a long way. I mean, it goes a long way. So I think it's a pretty, you know, you're not spending any more for sure than you do on natural finish. So test that out for us, or try diluting your natural finish, but then you're still going to need a cleaner. My
other answer is just get the Express Interior Cleaner out and give it a good clean. And normally that will solve all of your streaking and uneven level stuff. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Bob says that didn't happen. Must have been a different Bob Phillips. Okay. We are going to dig into this. There may be a Y-Files episode on this coming out.
I know. I can hear Bob right now. He's like, my team's going to come at me like, what are you? We're supposed to be on the paint recovery series.
No, Andy was telling Bob that's what he did.
Oh, that's what he did?
Yeah.
I thought he was saying that's what Bob did. Well, that's how we all read it, right?
Dude, Bob and I would go old school like that just to prove we could go old school. That's how we are. So I can see that. I can see Bob or I going, oh, yeah, watch this. I got some old school stuff. We're going to just make this happen.
Hold my beer.
We used to do it in the back of the day.
Yeah.
After leather cleaning and conditioner, do you recommend protection? Well, so Dan asked a great question. Most leather conditioners are just that, conditioners. And so there is no protection built into them. And then, I would go with protection over that. So I have always done our leather treatment on an older leather after we've cleaned it pretty thoroughly. I've done our leather treatment. I've let it sit. I wipe out the excess, and then I do put on natural finish over the top.
Yeah, I always do. But again, I'm in Idaho. It's basically desert-like air, very, very dry. We have no humidity, no moisture in our air. So every single car that comes through my shop needs protection after.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah. I think it's good practice, right?
Well, I also noticed that it makes it easier to clean the next time, right? Because it's just like our skin. It needs hydration. And if things are hydrated, stains don't happen as easy. Body oils don't change the color. And so I feel like it's a defense against that kind of stuff more. So I don't worry about the UV protection, honestly. But for me, those cars that I use the natural finish on, when they come back in for their 6 month or their 1 year, it cleans up so easy.
Yeah.
So easy. So I think it makes it easier to clean the next time, and it keeps things from actually damaging the surfaces. So I always use natural finish. I always use Orange Swift. I use some type of protection.
And Swift does have UV protection in it, so you wouldn't necessarily need to put a protectant over it because it is a UV inhibitor. Not nearly as much UV protection, I think, as you'd find with just straight up natural finish. But and next time I'm in Detroit, Dano, we'll do your car. We'll do the caddy. I saw you getting the caddy done last week, so that's cool. I got to say, Stout is absolutely amazing. I've dabbled with other coatings. Most are either too difficult to level and remove or have to wait a long time. It takes time. Stout is amazing. Love it. Well, thank you for that.
Love it.
It's pretty amazing.
It's awesome. We love it too.
Yes,
All right.
I remember this, Bob mentioning this in a TRC Live. This was actually, I think, this year, wasn't it?
Was it he on the
It
TRC
was,
Live?
it was, maybe it was when we brought out, but it was about the orange pad and full throttle kind of being the go-to start point for us. Yeah. Yeah.
It was probably a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally a while ago. All right. Back to natural shine. Yes, I have a Yukon. Maybe it's the material.
Yeah, I have found that like on the doors, for whatever reason, these newer GMCs, like the seats take it fine, but it's the doors.
Yeah.
They just don't like it.
I had to get my charger out. My battery's going to die on my computer.
Uh-oh. Yeah. That would be my first suspect for sure.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Bang.
All right. So he says Swift, which I've been saying use Swift, is the most ideal product, but the scent isn't appealing to every customer. Most prefer a new car or leather scent. So here's how I would combat that is I would get the leather fragrance and I would spray that in the car before. I don't find that the scents from, Swift or even natural finish really hang around very long.
No, not at all.
I don't. So, I would just combat that with spraying, leather, or also just seeing, because Swift, I know that when you first spray it on, it's a little strong, but honestly, it settles really nice. I really love it.
Yeah.
And most of my customers are like, oh, it smells so fresh and clean in here. So I would say try it. And if maybe if you want, try the leather fragrance for the carpet. That's actually going to overpower it quite a bit. But I've never had the luxury of having those things hang around for my customers.
Yeah, no, I think you use things in moderation. And Gabriel makes a good point, and I always say this about tires, right? Dressing doesn't stick to dirty tires. It's similar to this comment, which is if there is a dressing that's on there and you're not fully removing it, you're going to probably have some streaking or unevenness with application or reapplication of a dressing. So yeah, that would be where I would go a little more straight up, clean it with Express to make sure I've really got all the residue off. So,
yeah.
All right, here we go. Blue lines. That lasts so long. Hey, it hasn't been out so long, but yes, it does last a really long time.
Yeah.
The hydrophobics are amazing.
They go deeper into the coating, so you're going to get that for a lot longer.
Yep.
So it's nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Andy, I'm sorry the chat flow totally threw off the clarity of that story. I'll shut up now. You don't have to shut up. You've made it interesting.
Good, buddy.
You're all good. We love it. All right, Blue Line. Can't speak any more highly enough about Stout. Love that you can use it on trim as well. Would you recommend applying it and letting it cure or wipe off afterwards? So I usually don't wipe it off. If I do, I just kind of quickly wipe it off. I definitely don't, perfectly wipe it like we do on the paint. I've never had any problems with it. I've heard some people, I haven't heard any like verified, where it's turned the trim white. I've not heard that. I've heard people say that, you need to totally wipe it off. I do a lot of cars and I put it on a lot of plastic and I have never had one problem. So this was something that we pretty heavily tested because we weren't so diligent in testing on Legend and we found out the hard way. I'll just be honest. we found out the hard way with Legend that you just don't put it on trim, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't a FAFO, that was a foo-foo.
Oh no, I remember the day we got a text from a detailer in Oregon, and he said, we put it on, we left it on, and now look, and we were like,
no.
I mean, it was solid white, and we had to like grind it off. So we've done a lot of testing on stout. I do it every single day. Never have had a problem, but sometimes on certain plastics where I can tell it's not fully absorbing, I'll give it like a quick wipe. Again, I'm not perfect with it. So I would just, you know, kind of go on your feel. If you can see that it's still bubbling up as it's curing, wipe it off.
Right.
But
if it looks like you've got excess residue, wipe it off. Otherwise,
yeah. But if it's textured plastic and it's basically soaked in, a lot of times I just leave those. Like Ford bed rails, I never wipe those off. Never.
Yeah.
RAV4, the fender flares, you know, I don't wipe those off because it just soaks it up so fast.
Yep.
So,
totally.
Yeah. Another great question. Will you guys develop a leather and interior coating, and how's the foam canning foam sealant development coming? So we'd have to ask how the foam can and sealant's coming from Dave. I'm not sure. Dave and I have been talking about a leather interior coating, and we actually worked on this and discussed it last week when they were here, and we put on some leather coating together. So I would say we probably will develop one in the future. It's something that I was kind of against for a lot of years, and I've been doing a lot of leather coatings lately, and it's something that I'm enjoying doing, and I am seeing a benefit for where technology has come, if that makes sense. Yeah. I think it took a while for technology to get up to the leather coatings. A lot of them in the beginning were like paint coating. It was hard, and that doesn't make sense. The ones that we've been testing definitely seem to make the leather softer, and I think they're providing a more stable UV protection, which is important to me, you know, a longer term one. And so I do foresee that coming out in the future. It's definitely something Dave and I have been talking about for a year, is leather coating.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. That is not off the wish list. So that is,
yeah.
That is on the wish list.
Yeah, both of those things are definitely on the wish list for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my little cat is like passed out right here. How cute is he?
Sorry, the chat flow. Hey, no worries, Andy. We love it.
Yeah, you're totally good.
For us to answer those questions. All right. I would rather be using stout, but the Legend is just more manageable at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 85 mobily. Really? Can Dave make a new stout to compensate with this?
So Andy, I think we just need to talk about how you're doing this, because most of our mobile guys are obsessed with stout for this reason. Because it takes all of the guesswork out of it. You put it on, wipe it right back off. You don't wait. And so most mobile guys are loving stout because it does take the guesswork out of it. So even we've used it in how many trainings this summer? Did we do 100 degrees?
Yeah.
I mean, we were in Florida, you guys. We were in Florida. It was like 90 degrees, 95% humidity. We were in a shop with no AC, and it was perfect.
Yep.
But we just worked smaller sections, and we put it on and we wiped it off. Yes, I can guarantee we'll never change stout. I think maybe if you're letting it sit, I think it's in the application. Wipe it on, wipe it off.
Yep.
Stout is 1,000 times easier to use in heat or humidity than Legend.
We did it in Oxnard outside under a tent.
Yeah, in full sun.
100-degree weather, and it was a little humid, and I'll tell you what, we laid it down and picked it up, We had zero problems with high spots, modeling, anything.
Yeah, I think if you're having problems with it, you let it sit, and there's no sitting. And that's what we love, is we can just tell everybody, just put it on, wipe it off. Doesn't matter, hot, cold, humidity, no humidity, full sun, darkness, it is the same wipe off in every environment. And that's actually why stout's been so successful. So let's talk about how you're applying it.
Yeah,
and
it should be way easier.
It's hard to wrap your head around that. I've run into that a lot at the trainings and stuff. I tell guys wipe on, wipe off, and they're put it on, and they'll still wait. I'm like, no, take it off.
No, yeah. No talking. Wipe it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Applicator top. Yeah. One of those things. Yeah. Yep. So, Dano, I love the comment. Yes, if you let tire dressing set up on the tires after you've put it on and it dries, you're going to be fine. You're not going to have sling problems. If you need to dress a tire that is wet right off the line, we recommend Wipe and Shine because that's designed to displace the water and really stick. It was designed for the car wash market. So, Dano, text me your address, man. I'll send you some Wipe and Shine. You'll love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that, and you got to make sure the tires are clean. You got to make sure the tires are clean. The cleanliness of the tire actually has a lot to do with sling. But yes, if you need wet tires, Wipe and Shine 100%. Blue Line says don't ever change
tires,
that.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got about 2 more minutes.
Yeah, we're running along today, which is great. If I have one small,
it.
very insignificant complaint, it's that sometimes it can cure almost immediately before I can get the towel in my hand to wipe it off.
Okay.
Yeah, just do smaller areas.
Yeah, smaller areas and put more coating on your applicator.
Mm-hmm.
And turn the freaking fan off. Airflow over the coating is a problem.
Yeah, any airflow is kind of brutal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Part of that I didn't put enough on the applicator, but 30 ml bottles sometimes. You feel that way, but if you load the pad up on the first go round, you have a nice base of product on the pad, you're not going to have a problem.
Yeah. So I did that Escalade that I was talking about, and I realized it was PPF, but you guys had actually sucked up coating like nobody's business. But I've never seen a bigger car than that. Like that thing was huge. And I did exactly a 30 ml bottle. Yep. And so like he said, it's all about priming the pad in the beginning, and then you can use normal amounts. You should be able to get through the largest 3-row SUV with a 30 ml bottle, and then a 50 ml bottle should do, 2 cars, and 2 reasonable size cars. It's not going to do 2 Escalades. No. But I usually get 2 cars out of a 50 ml for sure. But definitely that priming the pad on that first one. I know you feel like you're using a lot of coating, but then you just refill normal.
Yep. All right. Well, that is the end of the show. We went an hour and a half. Dude, thank you guys for such a great level.
Yeah, great
today.
questions.
It was awesome. Can't wait to see you all again in 2 weeks. And in 3 weeks, we'll all be at SEMA ready to party down on Tuesday night. Who cares when it ends, but it starts at 4, so be at 50127.
Send me a DM if you need the link.
Yeah, let us know. And we'll try and put the link in the Bead Maker Lounge. Yeah. So thank you, Dano Baker. Always great to have our friend Dano on.
Yes, for sure.
So, well, guys, I'm going to go have a class.
Yeah.
Josh, what do you got today?
Going to the shop. Going to see what's going on there.
Nice. I have a brand new, Keith, you would love it. I have a brand new 2026 BMW M2.
Oh,
it's black. It's so, like, the front grille is amazing. Like, it's such a cool car. I can't wait to get out there and work on it. It's going to be awesome. Except for that it's black, but it should be fine. Maroon pad and rehab, and we're going to send it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, going to be awesome. All right. Well, that's our show today. Everybody have a great week detailing. Jump in the lounge, ask your questions. We're still there, so we can always answer your questions when you get to that. So till then, we'll see you in a couple weeks, guys.
In a couple weeks.
See ya. Okay. Bob is asking me, where did I send it?
Nope.
You got to go unlive, Keith. We're still live.